Friends. This I've not heard before. Let's take a listen, guys. Ooh, acoustic guitar tone. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Okay.
Bright light, almost blinded. Black night, still is shining. I can't stop, keep on climbing, looking for what I knew. Had a friend, she once told me, you got love, you ain't lonely. Now she's gonna let me only looking for what I knew. I'm telling you now, the greatest thing you ever can do now is take a smile of someone who's blue now. It's very easy, just met a man on the roadside crying. Without a friend, there's no denying. You're incomplete, there'll be no finding. Looking for what you knew. So anytime somebody needs you, don't let them down, although it could ease you. Someday you'll need someone like they do, looking for what you knew.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm telling you now, the greatest thing you ever can do now is sing a song to someone who's blue now. It's very easy, just oh
Wow.
I'm telling you now, the greatest thing you ever can do now is sing a song to someone who's blue now. It's very easy. It's very easy. It's very easy. It's easy.
All right, guys. Yes, the second song, "Friends." Wow, this was a journey, I have to say. I mean, the first thing that grabs you about the song "Friends," is that acoustic guitar tone. So Jimmy Page uses an open C6 tuning that immediately gives the song this an earthy resonance quality. It doesn't sound like a typical folk strumming, if you ask me. It feels ancient, almost mystical. That tension-filled minor sounding riff, runs through the song, like a mantra, if you ask me. Then you get this swirling string arrangement, by John Paul Jones. That I feel like I lifts the track into something, cinematic. The strings aren't lush, in a pretty way, but I mean they are sharp, Eastern influence and slightly unsettling, if you ask me. It's almost as if Led Zeppelin, they were experimenting with the idea of psychedelia, meeting folk. long after that became a thing, became trendy. You can also hear subtle use of the Moog synthesizer, just enough to glue the acoustic, orchestral layers together. What's also genius here, is the restraint. Led Zeppelin, I love the fact that they didn't overplay on the song. The song definitely breathes, yet it builds tension. Acoustic guitar, strings, and percussive accents, all circle around this steady pulse. Vocally, Robert Plant really went in. His vocal performance on the song is haunting. I love the fact that he doesn't belt like he does on certain songs like Whole Lot of Love. Instead, he sings in this plaintive yearning tone that makes the lyrics feel deeply personal. You can tell he and Jimmy Page were coming out of that Bonnier retreat phase, trying to connect with nature, strip away the excess and get introspective. When he sings Bright Light, almost building, Black Night, still here shining. You can definitely feel the duality, the search, for balance, between darkness and light, chaos and then peace. And that chorus, the greatest thing you can ever do now, is trade a smile, with someone, who's blue now. The greatest thing you can ever do now, I mean, that's such a simple but powerful message. One that feels especially human, coming from a band, so often associated with larger than life, rock, grandeur. Yes. So if you ask me after listening to this song, I mean, this song, isn't a radio single. It's not one of Led Zeppelin's, obvious crowd pleasers, but to me, it's a song that rewards, careful listening. It's the sound, of a band growing up, exploring new textures, and refusing, to be boxed into, a single genre. For me, this track, is a hidden gem. 9 out of 10 for its originality, for its mood, and I mean, emotional honesty. I mean, it may not make you head bang, but it will definitely make you feel, and honestly, that's a trademark, of a, true artistry. So that's just me. Let me know what you guys also think, about this song down in the comment section. Do you love, this experimental side, of Led Zeppelin, or do you prefer their heavier, electric sound? Drop your thoughts down in the comment section. Yes, if you're new on here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the family.